Alright, so it looks like it's time to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion here. It's been a while since I've done any kind of a video, so I thought I'd give some people a little bit of an update as to what I've been up to. I don't know if a lot of you guys are aware, but what I'm doing right now is I'm actually creating a bit of a magazine that's essentially what it is I think good articles that are being written among the guys that are on the men's rights websites, etc., that kind of establish a certain argument from an area or a direction that I find a valuable direction. A lot of people are talking these days about the men's movement and sort of where it's headed and what to do, and a lot of people feel like they're being ineffective. A lot of people feel like nothing's happening. So I think a lot of people really need to take a look at this sort of stuff. I mean, even if you're one of those people out there that, like, for example, I can think of a few posters on these videos that have a real problem with the men's movement, and they really don't want any change. In fact, they'd actually like to make things worse. Aside from people like that, I think there's an awful lot of value in this magazine. Now, for example, this first issue of MenZ, which is what it's called, and the link should be, if I can get this thing to work properly, there'll be a link at the bottom of this video. Otherwise, I'll put it in the description on the side as well. But I'm going through I'm just looking at the list of the articles here, and essentially what it is this whole issue is about, mostly it's about female sexuality, female anger towards men, some things about that there could be some validity to, and there are other things that could be perhaps things that were blown completely out of proportion and seized upon at certain things. You'll read that in some of these articles here. There's even articles about pickups and common mistakes that guys make, and really a lot of people get the wrong impression with this stuff. This isn't really, it's not about trying to get back at women and all the rest of that. Like, for example, why do I have pickup artists in with articles about, for example, feminists that hate men? And there is an article about that, and there's an article as to the sort of tension that it would create to be a feminist that was still heterosexual. But a lot of these, when you look at these, you got to understand something. You cannot separate the sexes. This is all about trying to give men the tools that they're going to need to survive what's coming up, and to give people an idea of sort of what they're up against. These articles are not about trying to make people feel guilty about stuff. I mean, I'm sure a lot of women will read these articles and will say to themselves, "Oh my God, that's exactly what I do," or "I'm just like that," or whatever. And it's not about that. What it is it's about making sure that people that are reading these articles understand that these things are happening. This is a possible way of getting around these things, and these are the things to prepare for. We're not trying to lay out answers. We're trying to let people know what's coming so that other people can get back in contact with us and say, "Hey, listen, I got a great idea about this. Let's try that." This whole thing is a dialogue. The whole movement is a dialogue, trying to get some real change, trying to get some real understanding, and for people to actually look at things and go, you know what? Dogma doesn't explain everything. Sometimes you have to think outside the box, and that's exactly what this magazine is. So, at least that's what I really hope it is. So, I would suggest you click on the link. I'm trying a new sort of distribution method for it. So it's a Flash-based website called udo.com. Hopefully it'll be a good experience for you. But if it is or if it isn't, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Preferably at the email on the contact site, right on the table of contents. There's a contact email address. That would be the preferable one. I want to expand this thing. I want people to contribute to this. I want this to become sort of a good summary of all the various rich resources there are available on the web. I cannot update this thing as often as, for example, the Spearhead updates. They get 3-4 articles a day. But by that same token, it's very difficult to find articles on certain things that are of good quality when the content changes that often. 2-3 days, and all these articles are completely off the front page. Most people will never see them again. So, again, give it a shot, give it a read, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the distribution methods, etc. And, if you have something to contribute, please do. I'd be more than happy to entertain it. We've got lots of room. Digital pages don't cost a thing. So, anyway, the new magazine. Check it out.